Hello, I'm Jennifer McCrae, and I'm sure you know me as the mental health advocate slash professional on the Facebook page. I normally cover the area of mental health uh, in general and mental health problems specifically in African Americans because they have unique problems that other races don't have due to slavery and other things that's been done to them. I'm going to have a workshop, and I would like for all churches, black churches, people who are African American, even any other race, so they could understand how to how to do therapy, or how to approach a person with a mental health issue who is African American. You know, the signs are different, so that's why I'm doing the workshop. They're different in African Americans, because due to slavery, institutional racism, Jim Crow, police brutality and killings, and all that. And I'm going to talk about some things like the pain and prejudice and the mockery of mentally ill people. A lot of African Americans, because they're uneasy with that issue, they think it's a white person's issue, and they're a lot of times they're uneasy when they encounter somebody with a mental illness who don't know what to do, so they'll laugh or lash out or make fun of them, because it's uneasy how to deal with mental health, or ignore the person, or lecture the person, which is all of these actions are very, very, very unproductive, because it's not going to get you anywhere. And I've had members of my family try to lecture me and explain during a mental illness crisis. And you can't do that because you can't think. Your brain can't think. Your mind is you have the chemical imbalance of your brain, and you just can't think clearly. So it's kind of hard. And also for your relatives of the people that I mentioned before, if you notice certain signs and symptoms, we're going to go into that in the workshop, that just come out of nowhere. You may need to, and that don't stop, it can get worse. You may need to see a mental health professional. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the, we talked about also the role of churches and in the recovery process. I like to work with churches, but a lot of times churches have pastors that are not knowledgeable about mental illness, and they'll try to treat it as a spiritual or biblical illness or condition, and you can't do that because, as I said before, it's the chemical balance of the brain, and praying and praying and praying and laying on the hands won't work. However, if you have the mental health professional and the pastor work together, him praying and the church praying for the person, and them coming up with a plan together, such as maybe a suicide plan or something, then, I like to work with pastors, but there are some who they think they could do everything and they're not trained. I have a master's in psychology and almost 20 years of experience. And reading the Bible that is thousands of years old, some of it's not applicable to what's going on in the present days. Okay, you have a lot of things we didn't have back then: no cars, no computers, and books, what have you. And I'm going to talk about the culture of the mental illness, the effects on the African American history. We talked about that, and one that's a little known condition called post-traumatic slave syndrome. That is one of the symptoms that trying to think of her name, Dr. DeGroy, I think of her name, came up with from 10 years of research, and that's basically saying why black people are treated differently, okay? And it's due to slavery, dehumanization, and a lot of things. We'll discuss that in more detail. So that's another one a little known condition that people don't know about. And we'll talk about something that our young black girls are doing. They're catching up with the white girls. They are doing self-harm. That is, they're cutting themselves. They are burning themselves to get relief from the way they feel. And that's new to black people. But it's been on the rise. And another thing that's been on the rise is I'm going to cover some cases, Sandra Bland and some others, about young African boys have a higher suicide rate than young white boys. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Okay, and we're going to talk about something that we all know about. And that's called colorism. And this one we're just going to kind of talk about and its effect on people. Like dark skin, short hair, ugly, light skin, long hair, European looking, beautiful. Anything close to European looking is seen as beautiful or acceptable. And along with colorism, there's been a lot of discrimination, and most of us have experienced colorism. If we're people who are medium brown, they don't really experience it. But light-skinned people, like myself, and dark-skinned people, we have suffered the most. But the dark-skinned people usually have suffered the most. But I've suffered from colorism, because the way I look and my hair and everything. Okay, and I want to talk to the family about when to hospitalize the person, and when is the best time to do that, and coping skills once you get out of the hospital, and that'll be where the family or the person will get themselves into therapy. Because before you are released from the hospital, they're going to get you some type of therapist, to deal with the coping skills and with your illness and how it affects your life. And Mama also going to give you information on something that a lot of people, they see in war veterans. You see those dogs, those service dogs. Okay, I have a service dog. I've trained 2 of my service dogs, and I train service dogs. And they could be, and mine is, believe it or not, dash hound, but they could be, they're not just golden retrievers, German shepherds, Labradors. They could be, like I said, my little dog is a Tweenie Dachshund or dash hound or whatever, and so it just depends. And the dogs, I treat them by the person's symptoms to help relieve those symptoms or stop those symptoms. Okay. So, please, it's very important, to come to this. And African Americans, we really need to know. I mean, we're getting in some bad stuff. I've had clients as young as 10 try to commit suicide, and 8 doing the choking game. So in everything in between. So basically, I think it would be advantageous for you, specifically the ministers, because I know I can work closely with my minister. He knows about my illness and when to help me, pray, or when to advise me to go to seek help, because he's not a therapist. He's a pastor. Okay, so anyway, I'm finished now. I'm going to go ahead and push the... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the notation on when the event will be. It'll be this Friday. This Saturday. I'm sorry. Saturday, October the 6th. And why I'm doing this is because this is October. The first week of October is Mental Health Awareness Week. So it's Mental Health Awareness Week. That's why I'm doing it. Let me see if I can turn this on. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm just... Okay, so it'll be called The Shame and Stigma of Mental Illness in the Black Community. It'll be held at the Atkins Branch Library, 3704 Greenwood Road, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71109, Saturday, October the 7th, 2017 at 3:30 p.m. in the meeting room. Thank you.